Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Tyler, and today is finally the day that I rank the Freddy franchise, or Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So number 9, Freddys Dead. I mean, how can you be surprised? This is the, in my opinion, worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie, worst Freddy movie. When I was younger, I used to really enjoy this film. I thought it was funny and kooky and cool. But now when I watch it, I see that the acting's horrible, the story is non-existent, and they couldn't even give their main character a name. His name is John Doe. I mean, come on. Just get creative, people. Come on. And then, of course, this film is like an episode of Looney Tunes, which does not mix well with Freddy Krueger for me. It doesn't. When I want to watch Freddy Krueger, I would like to see that it's horror, okay? I want it to be horror, not Looney Tunes. The 3D aspect towards the end of the film is just stupid. Why would you only do 15 minutes of the film in 3D? Makes no sense, other than we need to make money, you know. And yeah, I just overall really don't enjoy Freddys Dead. I think it ruins the character of Freddy Krueger, and the addition of him having a daughter just kind of creates more plot holes that really don't need to be created. And that's about it. So let's move on to number 8, which this movie I can actually sit down, watch, and enjoy, and that would be the 2010 remake. The main reason the remake is so low is because, personally for me, it's a lack of improvement on the original film, and the lack of originality as well. This film really focuses on the pedophile aspect of Freddy Krueger and not so much the murderer aspect of Freddy Krueger. It really just dives headfirst into that whole pedophile thing that really is just supposed to be like beneath the surface, subtext, just hints of it there. But in this film, it's full on, that's what he is. And once again, that kind of ruins the Freddy character for me. I don't enjoy that at all. One thing good I do have to say, I have 2 good things to say about this movie. One is Jackie Earle Haley. His performance as Freddy Krueger is incredible. And if Robert Englund, Jackie Earle Haley, I will gladly have replace Robert Englund for any future Nightmare films. I believe she played the blonde who was supposed to be Tina. I don't think her name was Tina. But I thought her performance was pretty good, and I kind of wish that she was the main character, and I kind of wish that she played Nancy. There we go. Number 7, I'm going to put Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. The Dream Child is a film that I've always actually really enjoyed. I really like how they explore the whole asylum and his mother and that whole aspect of his story, because the only film that really does that is 3, and we never hear or see his mother in the 4th one. So also, after watching Nightmare 4 and then going on to 5, I do feel like Nightmare on Elm Street 5 does just darken itself a little bit more than the 4th one. I know a lot of people disagree on that. A lot of people think that it's funnier than the 4th one. I disagree. I think it has a slightly, ever so slightly darker tone than the 4th film. I don't think it's as goofy as the 4th film. But it has a lot of story plot holes, story issues. The acting overall, aside from Alice's dad, and Freddy, and Yvonne, I actually really like Yvonne. Other than them, the acting is... What do you think it is? It's trash, okay? That's what it is. The ending is awful. It makes no sense. The kid pukes on him and then he dies. Okay. And also, there's only 3 kills in this film. 3 kills. That's it. So, usually, I enjoy certain scenes in this film, specifically Greta's death and Dan's death. I really like those sequences in the film. There's a lot of great imagery. Yvonne's nightmare where she learns and realizes that Freddy's real, that whole segment of the film is really cool. But overall, it just has a lot of issues. And number 6. Number 6, I'm putting Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddys Revenge. Freddys Revenge, I mean, yeah, from here on out, these are movies that I, like, fully enjoy despite their flaws. I will watch them anytime. Freddys Revenge is another one that is riddled with issues, but has some really good segments in it. It also has the darkest Freddy that, personally, I think is in any of these movies. But the reason it's so low for me is because it completely disregards the rules of Freddy Krueger. It has a lot of plot issues and holes, and it just kind of is its own film, and I appreciate it for that. I think it fits nicely in this spot because there are things I thoroughly enjoy, but there are a lot of things in it that I just wish they changed or never did, and I think it just sits very comfortably at number 6. Moving on to number 5 is Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason is actually the film that got me into all of this, all of horror and everything. It was the whole compilation scene in the beginning that really hooked me and made me want to see all of these movies. Really enjoy Freddys Dead, or not Freddys Dead, Freddy vs. Jason. When it comes to Freddy's part in Freddy vs. Jason, the only complaint I have is that he only gets 1 kill. That's it. I wish he got at least 2 more kills. Like, if they could at least match Nightmare on Elm Street 5, that would have been much better than just letting him get 1 kill. That was pretty disappointing. But other than that, most of my complaints with this movie are with Jason and some of the cast/writing. But when it comes to Freddy's part in this film, I really enjoy it and love this film. Kelly Rowland's in this film, but I think this movie is really enjoyable, action-packed. The whole fight scene at the end is amazing, and if you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Just go out and watch it. Moving on to number 4 is Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. This is the one that is like, honestly, for me, this is the comedy Freddy. This is the only time that true comedy Freddy, comedic Freddy Krueger actually works and is favorable. I think Rennie Harlan does a great job with having no script and very little time budget, no Patricia Arquette, and, you know, being this brand new director, I think Rennie Harlan knocked it out of the goddamn park. The kill scenes in this film are insane. The amount of creativity and special effects that went into them, especially the cockroach scene, that's one of my favorite scenes in this entire franchise. The pizza scene, the whole movie theater scene, the dog pissing fire scene, I mean, the whole junkyard scene. Joey's death is pretty cool. Yeah, overall, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, I really enjoy. The only thing about Nightmare 4 right now that I just, like, that, like, pops in my head that, like, oh, I hate that, is Patricia Arquette's not in it. And also, Rick's, I think his name was Rick. Was his name Rick? Yeah, Rick. His death with Freddy not being there, that was... okay, dumb. And on to my top 3. Number 3 would be Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I really enjoy this film. I love how different it is from all the other ones. And I like how serious it is, meta it is, and the pacing is something that's really interesting to me because I think it's the slowest paced Freddy movie. But the older I get, the more I enjoy it. And I really enjoy Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I think it's directed incredibly well. I think it's written incredibly well. The acting performances in this film they're amazing. Freddy Krueger, Freddy's new, like, style in this film, I like his makeup, I like his outfit. I'm not the biggest fan of his 5-bladed glove. I think the thumb is a little too much. Now the top 2. You should already know what the top 2 are. at this point. You should already know. But which one am I gonna pick? Ooh. Okay. Number 2 is going to be Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. The Dream Warriors and the original film are really like a razor blade away from each other. A razor blade away from each other. Nightmare 3 is probably, along with Freddy vs. Jason, these are like the only 2 films where they perfectly mix comedy and horror Freddy together perfectly well. And the cast is great. It's written incredibly well. The special effects are amazing. This is a special effects movie. I mean, there are so many special effects. And this film has so many incredible kills. I'd have to say this movie actually has my favorite Freddy kill, and that is the puppet kill with the tendons. It's absolutely amazing. The image is horrific, and I think this whole movie just works so well. The introduction of Freddy Krueger's mother, just everything about it is like the perfect sequel. The perfect sequel. And here we are at number 1, which is, of course, the original 1984 Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'm sorry, but this is the best one. I think Nancy is my favorite final girl. It's very rare that you see a final girl actually fight and go up against the villain on purpose. I love it. I think Wes Craven's direction in this film is great. The whole concept of this film is incredible. I mean, a Night Stalker who kills you in your dreams, how is that not scary or creepy? Because you can't run from your dreams. You can't not sleep. Okay? The execution of the film, is it 100% perfect? No. Is it Rob Shea's fault? Maybe. But that's okay. Comments below. I'll read them. Anyway, that's it for this week, guys, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay, if you want notifications on when I post new videos. And yeah, see you guys next week.